Evening, everybody. This is DrHack, and it is Wednesday. It's drill day. Let's get better at this game, huh? Now, today's drill is going to be a drill that helps us train our intuition, because we want to know at any point in a chess game if we're ahead or behind. And so the better we get at just feeling that out, the better we can play, because we'll know when to mix it up and when to liquidate and that kind of thing. So the way that I do this is I wait until I've played a lot of games, and definitely today qualifies, right? I played 32 5-minute games this morning, 24 yesterday, 10 the day before, and then I just run through them all and do this drill. So I've been doing this already a little bit today, so we're going to have to go through a few of these to get to new ones. And I think this is the last one I did. So we're going to take a look at this Papa Francisco game. And I'm going to go into this game. Oh, turn off computer. We don't need it. Okay. I'm going to pick a random move. And if I'm feeling like I wanted something harder, I pick later in the game. And if I'm feeling like I want something easier, I pick closer to my opening, because I know it'll be much more even there. We're going to pick somewhere, how about here? Move 22. And, right. Oh, sorry, I need to tell you what I'm doing before I do it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put together an evaluation based on the ideas of time, material, and quality of the pieces, right? And you guys know how to do this already. I think you've seen me do it a few times. So the first thing we do is we pick, see who has the most material. Count the material. We've done this before, yeah? So we both have a knight. We can cancel those. We both have rooks. We can cancel those out. We don't have to count them. We're going to count these minor pieces as 3 each when you count material. And so we can cancel those off the board. Nobody has more material in terms of big pieces. Okay, so who has more pawns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so material is exactly even. Now the next thing we're going to do, remember, we're not looking at moves yet. We're going to try to evaluate who's got better minor pieces. And we're just going to look at them one at a time, okay? So this one sticks out to me as a really good piece, because if we were to take it in isolation, right, it's sitting within our square, and it's sitting very far up within that square, causing a lot of chaos and damage to these squares back here for white, making the rooks not want to be in some places, huh? And so that one's worth definitely more than 3, and maybe it's even approaching 4 points. In order to make it easy on myself, I take that box, and every time it moves up 1 in that thing, I give it an extra half point of value, just so I don't have to count any closer than that. I don't need to split hairs, right? I'm not a grandmaster. So great piece, maybe not so great, this bishop, right? He's behind the pawns. He's running into his own pawns. He's not attacking anything of white's. That's about as bad as you get as a bishop goes. So we're going to give that one less than 3. Maybe we'll go down as far as 2.5 for being a really bad piece. Okay. So now we think black maybe got a little tiny bump in value from these two, because the knight was worth a lot more than this was worth less. Makes sense. So let's look at white's, right? This one, well, it's doing a job. It's saving a pawn. But it's against the rim. It only has 4 squares to move to. None of those are great. I mean, this one's pretty okay. But if it moves there, then this one can't move anywhere, right? It's backing it up. So we would easily lose a knight to a bishop there. So this knight's probably not going to improve itself. It's worth less than 3 because it's on the rim of the board. I would say that one's maybe even downwards, right? 2.5. Doesn't look hugely useful. This one, on the other hand, looks very useful. I just spotted this as I was talking. It can move to these 4 squares still, right? Not that great, but this one happens to be pretty special because it's a fork. So this guy's probably going to leave the board in a minute. So I'm not going to put a lot of energy into him for a minute here. And we're going to move on to the last thing, which is time. What happens when we start moving the pieces around? Can we win any material with white's turn to move? And the answer is yes. We can play this knight in, give the king a check, and then take the rook. And that will give white a 2-point material advantage from where he is currently. And then this knight will move maybe to a better place. This bishop will improve itself, right? And we'll be off to playing a game. Now he'll be thinking about moving the knight and trying to make the bishop stronger. So I don't think this piece is going to remain bad forever. I don't think this piece is going to remain good forever, although it's much more likely to stay good for a long time, isn't it? It's hard to chase that thing away. I think white's going to be ahead exactly 2 points of material, and I don't think there's much more going on other than that. White should win the game as soon as he pries it open, but I'm gonna go for now with just +2 to white. And now we turn on the computer and we see how we did. The computer says +1.5. So the computer is noticing that this is going to be improving, and this is already a great piece, and that 2-point material edge is going to be outweighed by some of this quality of these minor pieces. Interesting. But we did in fact get it right. We were ahead, and we were ahead by about 2, give or take. We'll take it, right? Onward to the next. I really hope this helps somebody. You guys try this out on your own games after you've played a ton. Or if you're in Europe, a metric ton, don't forget. You guys take care now. Bye.